Would you like to know exactly how to find the next hidden altcoin gems before anyone else? Well, in this video, friend of the channel, Jerry Banfield and I are going to teach you our exact processes. And in the last bull market, I was able to identify Polygon Matic at under 2 pennies. That did over 200x for my portfolio. I even discovered multiple 100x hidden gems. But Jerry, I'm interested in hearing more from you about how you're able to do this entire process. But please understand that we're not financial advisors. And full disclosure, we do hold some of the coins that we will be speaking about in this video. But Jerry, how have you been able to find and have some, awesome winners here in crypto? Because I know that we've talked about this before, but there's some new processes and some new things as this market is, continuing to evolve to help us find and spot out these crypto gems before anyone else.
So the first part is a little weird to some of you, and that's to set an intention about what I want to find. That I want to find cryptos that are way undervalued, that would appreciate my investment, that are going to make a big difference in the world. If you don't set that intention first, you have to go hunting and look around for stuff and struggle. If you set the intention, tell your mind, tell the universe, pray, however you want to look at it, I want cryptos to come to me that'll benefit from my investment, that will add a lot of value to the world, and that will produce at least 100x gains for me. If you're operating with that wealth is all around me, opportunities are everywhere mindset, then the first part, which is the hardest part, is discovering these cryptos. How do you find them? If you're operating with that mindset, these cryptos will simply come to you. Like a guy literally walked into my office at a co-working space and told me about Bitcoin in 2014. I didn't go looking for it. It just came to me, and that's been much more than 100x from when I first found it today. If you need help with your mindset, read the books that Joe and I have read, like Think and Grow Rich, A 4-Hour Work Week, and so many more of these books on building a wealthy mindset. Joe, what to you is the first step on actually discovering these altcoin gems? Because if you don't discover them, that's the end of the process. It doesn't matter what else you do. How do you find these?
Well, Jerry, I agree wholeheartedly that you really have to set that intention. And I did a lot of meditation before I became a cryptocurrency millionaire 2 years ago. And that's the truth, like honest to God's truth. I was in the right place at the right time. And you're right, the coins will kind of just come to you. But that's a whole different way of kind of approaching this. I'm going to go a little more pragmatic. And it's like, okay, what did I actually do, like physically? The first thing I did, which is free, is I went on social media and I started following a bunch of people that have been talking about cryptocurrency. So we invite you to do the same, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, because we make videos every day for you here, absolutely free. And we talk about a variety of the different coins. And that's actually how I discovered a lot of them. That's how I found out about Polygon Matic, is because somebody over at Token Metrics, funny enough, I'm now, partnered with them in the sense that I have a premium membership. And you can see here the bullish and bearishness here. And also, Token Metrics is a great indicator for a lot of different coins. They do reports and so many other things. I have a referral link with them as well if you want to check that out. Absolutely free. There's a free version. There's a paid version. But that's what I ended up doing, is I went on social media, and Token Metrics was one of the ones that actually talked about Polygon. That's how I kind of started looking at that. So I went on social media first. I followed everyone everywhere, and I started watching and consuming a bunch of content for free. So it takes nothing more than a little bit of extra effort in that regard to do that step. The other thing too is, if you want to follow us all, again, my Instagram, I have a bunch of reels that I do for this. Everything is just at Joe Parys, the verified accounts. I'm verified on Instagram now. I am verified over on X. Only follow the verified links, which are down below in the description. I'm also verified here on YouTube. So that's what I did there. From there, though, I went a little bit deeper and started using other tools and analytics. Again, Token Metrics is a great one to use, help you do additional research. Morales Money is a free tool here where you can find undervalued altcoins. Again, this is super easy in the sense of, if you're familiar with how all these kind of tools work, you can see a variety of different altcoins, what they're doing, save the strategies, run the different strategies. You can go from Ethereum, Binance, Polygon, all these different hidden gems. This, to me, is where a lot of the researching comes in, is just finding and understanding these tools. Now, I also share in my free training, which can be found on my website, how I go about finding all of these different cryptocurrency assets and what I ended up doing, what the overall strategy is, as well as the mindset. Because you mentioned the mindset, which is probably the most important thing. I've mentioned more of the strategy here. And if you unlock my free training here and learn more for us for free, this is where I go into kind of more of the step-by-steps and it's like a 10-minute free training, so we don't have the time, unfortunately, in this video to go through all of those kind of steps. But what I will say is I'm sharing with you exactly what I did in order to make $200,000 in 1 week simply trading cryptocurrency altcoins. So Jerry, back to you. What are some of the more pragmatic things that people can do, that you do, and that what you look for in these coins, right? So maybe now they found a couple of them, but what are the things that you look for in these to help you make the decision of whether or not you actually want to invest in them?
Most of all the cryptos I discover now are in my Discord server, which if you schedule a call at jerrybanfield.com, you get lifetime access to it. And that's where I keep finding these cryptos. And realizing that sometimes it's right out there in plain sight. It's super obvious. Like, I'm all in on internet computer. To me, there's nothing I'm more excited about than that. And some of these tiny micro caps are launching on internet computer. And we talk about that in the Discord. So being a part of communities where other people are having the same focus and mindset as you makes this super easy. And Joe has a community available as well that you can start with on his free training. So the key is once you've found a community or you've got a discovery system, then it's all about processing the cryptos you see. Like, people tell me about so many coins in my Discord server, and if I can give one really useful tip is to be extremely skeptical. One reason I made money in crypto 9 years in a row is because I'm extremely skeptical. And that's because I've seen so many projects fail that at the time, they looked great. Like, Dash looked so good when I first found it. Steam looked so good when I first found it. And over time, almost all of these altcoins are junk. So what I do when I start researching is I immediately try and look at the data, see how many people are actually using it, and figure out what is the potential market cap for this. And I also look for, does this do something that's useful that nothing else does? And this is where almost every single altcoin fails. Almost no altcoins I've found besides internet computer and maybe a tiny amount of others do things that nothing else does. What you don't want to invest in is just a copy of a copy of a copy. That's like something like Caspa to me is utterly useless because it just does what other stuff does already. It's not going to go anywhere. It's a temporary hype train. It's going to just do like Cadena. When you find something that you look at and it's like, wow, this is a breakthrough. Nobody else has made it easy to put your game on chain. Like with Boom DAO, like, wow, that is useful. And that could potentially be very big. And then from there, you usually have to get in early or you have to get in at the bottom. Like, Joe, I know you made that several $100,000 because you got in extremely early. And if you'd have got in on something like internet computer at 3 cents 5 years ago, I mean, you'd still be up huge today. So that's my basic thought process. So Joe, what is your process once you find an altcoin and start researching it? What is your mindset as you start looking at something and make the decision from, okay, I found this. Is this worth my time?
Well, Jerry, it really all depends upon where we're at in the cycles, and also, are we in a bull or a bear market? So what I've learned with most altcoins, I would say like literally 99.9% of them, is that you don't want to hold them long term, or you actually want to hold them for like 20 or 30 years. There's no in between with altcoins, and here's why I say this. Here's like, okay, an example. Ethereum, right? If you would have just bought and held Ethereum since its beginning, which has been what, 8 or 10 years now, so you would have had it for 31 cents, $1 or $2, somewhere around there. Today, you would have looked like an absolute genius just buying and holding Ethereum. But if you would have bought Ethereum at 5,000 and you've been holding it since, you'd be in 67% losses. So timing is everything in this. And there's a lot of different factors now today that go into buying and holding these altcoins, right? So you have to have this mentality where you're either going to ride it to zero or you're going to ride it to infinity, and you're going to do very, very well for yourself. So if I have the mentality that I'm just going to ride it out forever, there's certain things that I look for. First and foremost, it has to have a good team and a founder. You're really betting on people. So when it comes to altcoins like right now, just kind of off the top of my head, what are the altcoins that I trust that have a team and a founder behind them that I think will actually go further? Probably Cardano with Charles Hoskinson, Ethereum with Vitalik. I would say, after that, maybe Polkadot with, Gavin. But then from there, it's like anything else is really, really hype and speculation. The majority of cryptocurrency is still hype and speculation and mania. It's such a brand new market still. It hasn't matured yet. So to me, that's what I'm really looking for. If I'm going to invest in an altcoin, I have to have a specific strategy of when I'm going to buy it, when I'm going to sell it, and what I'm going to do with it. Because if you don't have that, you're going to be in trouble when you're going to be holding bags basically for years potentially. And then you may never be able to get your money out of those things. So I've learned those lessons from investing 5-6 years ago in altcoins that never made it back to their all-time highs. So, what do you do then? How do you learn that? Well, unfortunately, you kind of have to learn by doing and trying. You won't know for sure until you actually get in the market and started making these investments at the wrong place at the wrong time, or at the right place at the right time, and then you go through that entire process. Now, what I can say is this. If I'm going to invest in an altcoin during a bull market, if it goes up 5, 10, 15, 20x, something like that, I'm at least taking my initial investment off of there. And then from there as well, maybe I'll ride it up to the moon. But if Bitcoin reaches new all-time highs, and this is a huge indicator. If somebody that you've never met before, like a relative who doesn't even follow the markets, starts asking you about cryptocurrency, that's probably the time to start thinking your investments. If I look back at the top of the markets, the last cycle, is when people were asking me that I've never even talked crypto about, hey, what's Bitcoin going to do? Hey, what's Ethereum going to do? What do you think? As soon as that starts happening, that we've reached the mainstream and that most of the smart money is probably going to take some off the table. So that's my process in thinking and how I kind of go about doing this. Now, Jerry, is there anything else that we've missed here to really help people navigate this market? Anything else you want to say about altcoins?
Yes, is do lots more research and compare different altcoins to each other. In these one-on-one calls, I'm amazed how many people talk about their crypto portfolios with me, and they don't even really know what they're holding that much. And I suggest consistently, do a tournament with your cryptos. Look at it like it's, a sports tournament or something. Take all the cryptos you're holding, if you've got more than 3, and compare them to each other. Because crypto is often a winner takes almost everything game and everything else loses. So for example, you have one crypto you love and then there's another crypto that you're okay with. Why not just dump the one you're okay with and put it into the one that you love? I realized this when I had 50 cryptos this year because I was buying each of these cryptos and then making a video to get a bunch of views, and my channel got taken down for a week, and I looked at my portfolio. I'm like, this is horrible. If I was just investing, doing this with my own money, I would never do it this way. So I compared I'd pit 2 cryptos against each other, Solana versus Cardano. Solana's better, I'll dump Cardano for Solana. HBAR versus Algorand. I like HBAR better, I'll dump my Algorand. And I just did that until now I have Bitcoin and Internet Computer. I got rid of all the other altcoins because it finally came down to Solana and Internet Computer. I'm like, I'll dump my Solana for Internet Computer. So a smaller portfolio gives you less to pay attention to also. It's nice to just watch Bitcoin and Internet Computer's price. It's easy. So I invite people do more research and less transactions and make crypto as easy as you can. The more complicated you make it, the more altcoins you're into, the more communities, the more likely that your investing portfolio is more like a mess rather than something that's going to be a treasure for you. So clean up your portfolio, get really strong coins and hang on, and then you can be more ready to time your entrance into something new.
Well, Jerry, I definitely agree with what you've said in a bear market. Now, here's where I will play devil's advocate. In a bull market, have a mess, and here's why. You're going to have a better chance because most coins will just pump like crazy in a bull market no matter what. If you have a mess of coins, you can actually catch one of those ones that goes crazy. If you don't have that mess and you only have 1 or 2 coins that are like Bitcoin, Ethereum, ICP, whatever, the bigger cap coins, you're probably not going to get those crazy gains. So we're not telling you what to invest in this channel. We're not telling you what to invest in at all or do whatever you want to do. We're just sharing with you what's worked for us. And I know what's worked for me. In a bull market, I had a mess of coins. And this is the strategy and how I basically turned the amount of money I did into over $200,000 in 1 week. I teach you this strategy in my online course and program. You can pre-order it today. 2.0 version will be coming 2024. Then the prices will be increasing. So this is kind of a last chance here in the bear markets, the depths of it. I think we're in the depths of it right now to enroll. And look, I'm not the only one who's gotten these results and been messy. If you can get messy, you can see here that a lot of my students have done incredibly well. We had a student win a car, you know, was worth like $30,000 to $50,000, which is crazy. You know, we had another student, you know, become a cryptocurrency millionaire. It's just been really, really exciting to see, you know, all these different things happening for students. And that was during the bull. In the bear, it's a little bit different because you're right. You probably only want to hold a couple of those coins that aren't going to completely go to zero. So this has just been so much value-packed information. If you have enjoyed this video, smash the likes, click the subscribe, join the communities, click the links below, get into the VIP communities here between Jerry and I. Look, not only are you going to learn a ton, but you're also going to be a part of something that has proven to work. I don't do things and talk about things on this channel that I have not personally done. That's what I can say, and that's why I think I've had any success at all in crypto. So if you're interested in this and you want to learn more, for a couple $100 today, you can get 75% off. Click those links down below, or you can join us in the free training, absolutely free to learn more. Unlock it today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next videos.